Our figure 4 is a great hip stretch. It's also offered a lot as an alternative to pigeon pose if that pose doesn't work for your body. It's a more gentle option because your body weight isn't coming down. You have complete control, you're grounded. So let's talk about how we can best utilize pigeon pose to open up through our hips and our glutes. When you're coming down onto your back, it's always nice to just use your hands behind your legs to support yourself as you roll down. And just take a moment to get nice and centered and feel grounded on your back. Think about that natural curve in your lower back. That's something we want to maintain throughout the pose. So let's start by taking it on our right side. I'm going to extend the right leg up, and I can straighten out the left leg a little bit if it's hard for me to hook my right ankle over that left knee. So right above the knee on the left thigh. And then I can slide that foot in. All right, with my legs, what I want to do is flex the right foot. And right here, I can just check in and see if I'm already feeling a stretch in that right hip and the glute. So if you're feeling a stretch here, wherever you get to, you just want to stay and breathe. I can press that knee away a little bit with my right hand. And then if I have further to go, I want to think about keeping my head and shoulders supported by the ground. And I also want to keep my hips down on the ground. I want to keep that little curve in my lower back. That's going to deepen the stretch by adding that little curve. So I'm going to start to draw the legs in. I like to just hold on to the top leg. A lot of people will weave their hands through holding the back of the thigh or the shin. Again, you want to take your time finding your edge. And right here, I'm keeping my upper body supported, and I'm also keeping that natural curve in the lower back as I draw these legs in. I'm keeping my right foot flexed to protect the knee, and I can still use my right hand to press that knee away a little bit here. Just bringing those legs in as far as I need to start to feel the stretch. And once I feel that stretch, I'm going to focus on breathing into it. So taking deep breaths, filling up my entire belly with air as the lungs fill up. And that's going to create space all around that right hip and glute. And then use those exhales, let all that air out, and just encourage those muscles to start letting go. Usually it takes some time for our hips to loosen up. If you have further to go, you can bring the hands behind that thigh. Still, I'm trying to keep my head on the ground. If I start curling out like this, and then the stretch is no longer as much in my right hip and thigh. And if I start rolling my hips up, same thing. Yes, I can get further, but it's not really deepening the stretch. So I'm keeping my head supported, keeping that curve in the lower back, and I'm drawing it in. Foot is flexed. Oh, it feels nice. Some deep breaths here. Really getting into my right hamstring, my right glute, and a lot of that space around the hip. All right, let's take it to the other side. You can windshield wiper out those legs a little bit, release the hips. Often our hips are different from side to side, so take your time easing into it here. Just see where your stretch is on this side. Left leg extends up, crosses over that right knee, slide the right foot in, and then start to see where you want to go with this. Maybe bring that foot up on a block, my right foot on a block. Maybe this is where I am today. Or maybe I can start to come a little deeper. I'm keeping my little curve in my lower back, that natural curve there, so I'm not rolling up. In fact, I might even exaggerate it to deepen the stretch. Keeping my upper body nice and relaxed as I start to draw in. Finding my edge and then taking those deep breaths. So maybe coming here. Like I said, some people like to bring it all the way in here. I definitely can feel that stretch. I'm going to come back to my comfort place right here. Big breaths in, long breaths out. Take your time. There's no rush in this pose. It's a good one to hold longer, to focus on deep breaths. Let those hips release. We're getting external rotation on the top hip in that pose. And whenever you're ready, you can push yourself back up to a seat and see how those hips are feeling. It's a great one to do in the morning, and like I said before, it's a great alternative to our pigeon pose that is much nicer on the knees. All right, figure 4.